Alright, time for some Mechabellum here. Let's go with the Supply Specialist. It's a pretty good card. Ooh, this is also really nice. I like the unit combo, but a little bit of a duplication with the Steel Balls and Saber. They're both DPS and tank. So yeah, we're going to go Supply. It gives me anti-chaff and tank. Now, somebody in the forum's been whining and griping about how the game's trash and toxic and poison and all this other nonsense, and basically it comes down to he can't understand what's happening each round. He downloaded the game, played one round, and quit, and complained it was unplayable and terrible and all kinds of other junk. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, it's probably because you only played one game and you didn't even bother to, learn it. That makes a huge difference, if you actually learn the game. But he's encouraging anybody and everybody who will listen on the forums not to play the game. So I thought I'd make this just to help him understand how to track your units. So I've got a basic setup right here. Set up for aggro with head-to-head. He's got training specialist. He's got anti-chaff and DPS. I've got chaff. I've got anti-chaff, and not really DPS as much as just tankiness. So he's probably going to win this with some chaff. We'll see, or if he goes more DPS. Depends on how long my crawlers hold out and where his fire badgers come into play. But this isn't hard to track. Round one, you know your units. You're putting them down, and then every round you're building another layer. So you just add a couple more units. He adds a couple more units, and you just track the new stuff. It's not hard to track. It's not hard to understand the interactions. This rock, paper, scissors. Fire badgers beat crawlers. Crawlers beat marksmen. Marksmen beat hound and sledge, assuming nothing is teched and there's range between the marksman and any one of these. All right, in a 1-to-1. So with that being said, we're out of time. Let's start the round. Obviously, group interactions, things change dramatically. He did go with more DPS. But he also broke his units up. So if I can take them in pieces, I may be able to pull this off. We'll see. Depends on how long this holds out on the left. Now, techs and group actions will significantly change how things are happening. But even so, we can track all this. My right side is getting wiped because the DPS is taking out my stuff, which doesn't have enough health to resist it. Meanwhile, he's popping my tower, which is going to finish me off. Not hard to understand that interaction right there. I did kill one marksman. It's pretty clear. He's got a significantly better board in round one. Okay, let's see. I like the improved sandworm, actually. We're going to take that one, and I may be able to pull that off in a little bit. We're going to add a phoenix. That gives me anti-air, just in case. He already has the marksman for his own anti-air. We're going to add a crawler over here in case he tries to flank. We're going to sell this one. I'm going to buff this tower so it takes him longer to kill it. I don't think he's going to go... He could go Sentry Missile, but I don't think he will because he's already beating me fairly consistently. So we're going to add another crawler to this side, go 3 units this round. I'm going to run the risk of the Sentry Missile because, again, he beat me pretty decisively. He should be sitting there thinking, I don't need to burn 50 on the Sentry Missile. I've got him beat. If he does, I'll just take the loss. He didn't do it. He went with more tanks for more armor. The good news is there's nothing here that he added this anti-air outside of his 3 marksmen. So long as I get them, I can win the round. Everything he's got here is weak to Phoenix, including his own marksman. You might say, well, marksmen kill Phoenix in one shot. Well, that's true, but marksmen are actually inferior to Phoenix. So Phoenix will beat marksmen overall because there's 2-to-1. So long as enough of my units survive to screen the Phoenix, I'll actually kill the marksman. As you can see, I don't have enough units, so he's probably going to get me this round. Yep, here he goes getting the tanks. Yep, he got me. But it was much closer, as you can see. Much closer fight. And again, I'm not teching anything just yet. Here I'm going to go with efficient tech. That'll make my techs more cheap to purchase. I'm going to buy a second Phoenix, put it here. Because again, he's weak to Phoenixes, so I'm going to keep adding that in. This side, he's got the Fire Badgers and this, so he's going to smoke my crawlers here. And then he'll be able to smoke anything else I put down. We're going to put down another Phoenix over on this side of the board. Put it back here instead of up here. That way the crawlers come in. He's going to shoot the crawlers first, and then these Phoenix can have a chance to kill him. Take away that. And we're going to purchase another unit. Keep adding units here. I'm going to add another chaff, because I want lots of chaff to help delay his DPS and distract. He only has 1 anti-chaff. He's not adding more. So as we can see, he added the Void Eye, and he's got, you know, the Marksman, all this stuff. But in round 3, we'll have to see what he adds. He added these 2 sabers last round. He's going hard on DPS. So if I keep filtering chaff into the game, and he's not paying attention, he doesn't increase his anti-chaff, what'll happen is I'll start to overwhelm the anti-chaff. His DPS will get hung up and distracted by my chaff, and he's going to lose. That's what we're trying for here. We're going to save the 50 for next round with the 50 from my card. That gives me 100 next round. 50 this round save, plus 50 next round, 100 extra. And I can purchase this maybe, or something else that'll be useful depending on the board. So he'll use his 50 to level. And yep, he added 2 chaff in front of his units here. Again, not hard to track. We're seeing what he's doing. He's put his own chaff down, but I've got great anti-chaff, so I'm not worried about those fangs. I'll just have to watch my sure I don't fall behind. Meanwhile, over here on the left, his marksman's hung up on the crawlers. I break through on the left. His tower's mine. I just have to survive long enough on the right. My chaff's filtering in late. It's distracting his DPS. He's down to 1 anti-chaff, which is going to take too long to kill my chaff, so my chaff survives to distract everything else. I win the right side. Once again, tracking the game, tracking the deployments, tracking what's happening. Not hard to do. This is very simple, very basic. You just got to watch it. Not everybody can do it. That's okay if you can't. But if you can't keep track of what's happening, you can't make predictive decisions, then you probably shouldn't be playing a strategy or a tactical game like this. Alright, got some good stuff here. He doesn't have a lot of chaff, so this Vulcan's not super helpful. He does have a lot of DPS, so the Scorpion's good. He also does not have a lot of anti-air. He only has the Marksman. So in this case, the Wasps are really good as well, and that's what we're going to go with. Level 3 Wasps are very strong. We're going to put them right here on this side to come in and hit. They also, because they're chaffy, they overwhelm the Marksman, because Marksman can only shoot 1 unit at a time. So this works out extremely well for us. We are going to range the Hounds finally. That gives me anti-chaff. They can hit his fangs a little bit faster. That's a good thing. So we're going to get that. We're going to buy 2 more units of chaff. We're going to layer them in here like we did earlier. And again, the whole reason is I want my chaff to filter in a little bit at a time to keep his units distracted so that his DPS can't get on target. So now we've got 2 more chaff. Technically another chaffy air unit, and the Wasps themselves are pretty strong, so I think this is going to be really good for us. Now, he may take the Wasps as well to overwhelm my Phoenixes, so that may be a wash. We'll have to watch and see. He did take the Sandworm card as well. In this case, he took the Scorpion. He wants to try to break through faster. He also added more Marksmen to try to counter my own Phoenixes, but I added more chaff, so it should be a wash on that side. Now, his anti-air is not good because he didn't add any additional anti-air, so I expect the Wasps to help break through very nicely here. There's 1 tank down. Yep, sure enough, I'm breaking through on the left side now. He's going to get me, I think, because I'm going to get hung up on the tank. Nope, I got him. The level 2 survived long enough against that level 1 Marksman, and I roll him. Didn't matter if I lost the left, I still had the right. That's a pretty nasty loss for him this round, and he's going to keep taking more hits. Alright, we're up to 1,050. Ooh, this would be great to stack with my other one that I took. This is really good for range, and in my opinion, an indispensable text. We'll take it. Level everything. It's basically going to break me so I don't have the money to buy a lot. That's okay. I'd like to unlock the worm to start buying the worm. We're going to do that. Take a little bit less. Take a fewer number of units this round. Whatever I'm trying to say, if I can wrap my head around it here. Put 1 here to help bodyguard this guy. Keep that left side locked down. We're going to bring this one out here in the middle. So if he tries to ever play a card in the middle, like a crawler or a Vulcan or something, it's going to bust that up. You know, Wasps or anything like that. So now I've got a lot of chaff on the field. He still only has 2 anti-chaff. So right now, I consider this as good as 1 as far as I'm concerned. I'm swarming him. There's nothing he can do about it. His only option is to add more anti-chaff. Instead, he's teching range. He's teching suppression. He's adding the Scorpion. Which is not really good. It says anti-swarm. It is somewhat, but mostly for medium units. They don't do well against crawlers. He's really doing the wrong things here, so this should go pretty well for me. Once again, 50 left over. We're going to save it, roll into the next round. Now he added the Mustangs. That's to help him with his anti-air against my Wasps and my Phoenixes. Not a bad choice. They're somewhat chaffy. That's good on his part, but still, no anti-chaff. And anti-chaff is what he needs more than anything else. He's afraid of the aerial units, but the aerial units aren't what's getting him. It's all the crawlers on the ground. And he's just not doing anything to counteract that. As you can see, the chaff just keeps trickling in while shredding everything on the ground with my hounds and my phoenixes here. Now, he's going to win the left side because he's got enough to protect that lone marksman, but he's lost the right, which is going to cost him the round. I buff my tower. Takes too long for him to break through. Easy victory. We're just going to keep rolling him up here. He also took advanced targeting, I see. We have very similar mindsets when it comes to battlefield powers. Now, for this is a really strong anti-air card for him, and he seems worried about air, so I suspect he'll take this. It would be better for him, though, if he took the Wraith. Or the Tarantula. Both are much better anti-chaff. Both would do better for him. I'm taking the crabs. We are going to go ahead and purchase one of these guys. Actually, let's do two. I'm going to take the crabs over here. Let's see. He's winning this left side a little bit, so we're going to spread the crabs out some. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Let the crabs come in at intervals of 5, right in front of the tower, kind of toward the front. A little bit too far toward the front, like that. Want them close enough, they're just outside of range. The crawlers have a chance to pull the aggro on the marksman. Everything else comes in, and these guys walk up and kind of help protect that phoenix a little bit. These guys are going to come in like this. It's always best to do your worms in a kind of conga line, so they come in waves and they hit, one after the other, not all hitting at the same time. So this is going to come in, and they're going to hit these guys and start busting them up again. Alright, let's see how this works for us. Still's not using sentry missiles, which would be helpful for him. He's getting smarter, though. He took Wraith with range, which is what he needs. But now I've got some very tanky units on the board, which are going to mess him up. On the left side, I was off just a touch, so the marksman did wind up focusing on the crab anyways, but that's alright. What I want to happen is happening. I'm buying time for the phoenixes to do their job. Now on the right, he went ahead and he teched these guys for field maintenance. Again, not hard to track this, but nobody put it on the board. My worms are doing their damage, my phoenixes are. It's another victory. So we saw the interplay. He increased his chaff clear. He was able to clear my chaff much more effectively, but ultimately still couldn't pull off the win. Super Supply Enhancement's a great card, but you cost 250, you get 150. You need to go at least 2 turns to make this back, and I don't think we're going to make it 2 turns. So we're going to take off Defense Enhancement, boost the health of my units. I think that's better. For this guy, we're going to add Field Maintenance to them. They're going to last a little bit longer. That's going to be good for us. We're going to add one more worm. I'm going to put it right here. We're going to add a Replicate, so now they're going to create their own chaff every time they pop up out of the ground. And these guys aren't really doing much, so we're actually going to sell them. Add 2 more crabs right here, like that. That way they can come in and kind of help pull the aggro on that side. Not going to attack them. As for these guys, I'm going to give them range. And then we're going to take the offense card. Battlefield power, I should say, from the tower. Now for cards, nothing offensive. I don't have to worry about anything coming at me. This should be the final round. This should put him on the ground. Let's see how well this works. Alright, he added lots more fire badgers and marksmen. So he's trying real hard to counter the chaff. He's waking up, but it's a little bit late at this point. I don't think it's going to help him a whole lot, unfortunately. Left side is holding it well. Right side's got all the worms. They're hitting with their own replicants, all their own worms that are replicating, which is going to make it really hard for him to break through and get my phoenixes, which is what I'm really relying on to carry me. As you can see, they're doing their jobs. Oh yeah, broke through on the left side, worms broke through on the right side, tower's gone. This is a game. Just like that. It's not hard to track the board. You look at what he's putting down, you understand the interactions, and you roll them up. Like that. So, to the guy on the forums, quit whining, learn to play the game, invest more than one match, don't come and rage quit on the forums, be an actual decent human being.